You know, we talked once on the show before a little bit about loss, and there was such a huge response to it. We got just hundreds and hundreds of emails and thousands and tweets. And it's interesting to me because no one really talks about loss or talks about grief. It's something I think that makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
I think that is true. And it's very important to talk about.
Because it's interesting, because over the years, after my dad died, I was 10, and I always found it really difficult to talk about, and for years really didn't. And you would always talk about him, and I always never really knew how to respond. Why did you think it was important to keep talking about him?
Well, first of all, it brings the person to you so that you feel close to them. But it's like after Carter died, people would come to see me, and it meant so much to me to be able to go over it again and again and again and again. And I don't really quite know why I did that, but I think part of it came out of thinking maybe if I did it, maybe like it wouldn't have happened, you know.
So going over the details of how he ended his life,
yes.
you found helpful? Because I found it difficult to listen to.
Yes, I remember once I was lying in bed and some of his friends came from Princeton.
My brother had just graduated college about a year before he killed himself.
And I remember they came in and I was lying on the bed and you were in the room and I was telling them what had happened and you suddenly left the room. And I knew it was because it was upsetting you to hear it over and over and over and over again. But it helped me to do that, but it didn't help you.
Yeah,
you know?
Which I mean, I knew at the time it was helpful for you, which is why I obviously didn't say anything about it. But I'm not sure why it is, because you actually started going to support groups.
Oh yes,
with other families who had experienced loss.
That absolutely really saved me. I talked to anybody about it who I met because I wanted to, and I was part of this support group called Compassionate Friends. And you walk into a room and you're in a room of strangers, but you're not strangers because you have all been through loss.